Hi, everybody. Welcome to the annual Hometown Hero Award ceremony. I'm First Select Man. I don't know why I said woman. Wendy Maxtudis, and I'm happy to be your MC tonight. Let's start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. First of all, I'd like to introduce the members of the board that are here who will be helping out with this ceremony. We have Amber Abuel, Sean Askham, and Heather Getz. I'd also like to thank all of our town staff that helped out here, specifically Tom Fitzgerald, Chief Nick Bolter, our intern Franklin, Public Works for setting this up, and anybody else who I haven't mentioned tonight. I'd also like to say our state rep is in the audience, Melissa Osborne. So, hey, Melissa. Okay. So the next thing I'd like to do is give you the names of our 2023 Hometown Heroes that we're honoring tonight. We have Alvin Schwab, Bob Braunlick, Brad Griswold, Dennis Michaud, Friends of the Simsbury Library, and Michelle Jenks. Okay. You'll learn more about each of them in a couple minutes, but each has contributed to making Simsbury a better place for all of us. Whether it's being a selfless neighbor, dependable volunteer, dog lover, library friend, or airport overseer, all will now hold a place in our town's history. Governor Bill O'Neill introduced this program back in 1986 as a way for municipalities to recognize and thank members of our community. Our first Selectwoman, Peggy Shanks, brought this program to Simsbury, and it was adopted by the Board of Selectmen in November of 1986. So we owe a thank you to Peggy and all the first selects we've had that have come since then. Here's how it works. We have a Hometown Hero Committee made up of members of the Board of Selectmen. It includes a business leader, I saw Melissa's out there somewhere, a member of the Historical Society, and a former hometown hero and veteran. There's an application process that's open to the public with criteria on how you apply and who you can nominate. Next time you're in Town Hall, check out the Hometown Heroes plaque that's displayed there, because after this event, everybody that's being honored tonight will have their name up on that plaque forever. My favorite criteria check in the application is described as a person who has demonstrated selfless and altruistic behavior, which contributes significantly to the betterment of our town. So with that, let's get down to it and introduce our hometown heroes. I'm going to call up Amber Abuel, Deputy First Selectman, who will be presenting 2 awards, followed by Heather Getz, and then Sean Askham, and then I'll do my person at the end and to close. So come on up, Amber.
Thank you. It is my honor to introduce right now Bob Braunlick for the Simsbury Hometown Hero Award. Bob has been a resident of Simsbury since 2009, and in that time, he has selflessly devoted hundreds and hundreds of volunteer hours to enrich our community. He is a devoted volunteer at the Simsbury Food Pantry, and in the words of Rachel Loveland at Simsbury Social Services, he has been a dedicated volunteer since early in the COVID pandemic. He was vital in the organization and sorting of mountains of food donated. He worked side by side with us during distributions during the shutdown, and now post-pandemic, Bob has been a familiar and friendly face at every cheese day, helping clients load their vehicles, collecting shopping carts in the snow, rain, and sun. He's made an effort to get to know each of our clients, and they look forward to seeing him on Cheese Day. Bob is always willing to help our department, and his dedication is super appreciated. But that's not all that Bob does, because he also is a tireless volunteer at Simsbury Community Television. And Patrick Fallon said that Bob has been a friendly, kind, and devoted member of the Simsbury community. Local high school sports coverage wouldn't be what it is without Bob. In his time volunteering at SCM, he's helped improve the quality of local sports content and train community volunteers. And just in case that wasn't enough, Bob also has been a tireless volunteer at First Church in Simsbury, especially helping us transition from our COVID shutdown to being able to stream our services for months. Thanks to all of his technical skills behind a camera, we were able to pivot and start live streaming our services, which have continued even after the pandemic. This makes our services inclusive and welcoming to people near and far. Bob's unfailing good nature, his willingness to pitch in and help wherever needed, and his willingness to extend the hand of friendship and a listening ear to all makes our community better every day. And those comments were from Reverend Kevin Weichel at First Church. So we are all honored to present Bob Bronlick the Simsbury Hometown Hero Award. Okay, next it is my honor to introduce Michelle Jenks as one of our Simsbury Hometown Hero Award recipients. Michelle has been involved in the Simsbury community for years, notably as a member of the Simsbury Beautification team. She has managed Schultz Park and the West Street Island for years. Schultz Park in particular is quite large, and she spends a significant amount of time keeping it beautiful, planting flowers, weeding, trimming, creating new beds, mulching, picking up trash, picking up branches, bringing yard waste to the dump, just to name a few of the tasks it takes to maintain the park. There is no shed at the park, so she brings her own equipment to do all of this work. Schultz Park is a beautiful historic property in town. This is truly a labor of love that all residents and visitors of Simsbury benefit. Michelle, thank you so much. And next, I'd like to introduce Selectman Heather Getz.
Good evening. It is my pleasure to announce Alvin Schwab as a hometown hero. Alvin Schwab was nominated for his amazing and caring actions towards his neighbors. He continuously is asking those around him if they need help, introducing himself to everyone who moves into the area. He mows lawns, clears off snow driveways for any of those in need. And when the neighborhood loses power, he offers his home to his neighbors so that they're safe. This year's hometown hero is Alvin Schwab. Okay. Okay. Sean thinks he may be helping someone with their lawn. Next, I am honored to announce the Friends of the Simsbury Public Library as this year's hometown heroes. The Friends of the Simsbury Public Library have continuously supported the public library through programming, advocacy, and volunteer hours since 1971. Most active in 2007, the Friends of the Simsbury Public Library raised over $2 million to put toward the renovation of the original 1985 library building. To date, the Friends of the Library volunteers have spent countless hours sorting through donated books and working at their annual giant used book sales held each September, which over the years have raised over $1 million in support of the library, its programs, and its services. The Friends' financial support has provided such things as the Story Walk, 3D printers, the Friends Cafe, children's programming, the monthly music coffee house events, technology in the teen space, the Mango language learning database, as well as a plethora of other special projects and offerings. Moreover, the Friends of the Library provide multiple author visit programs for the community throughout the year, culminating each spring with their always sold out annual author luncheon at Hawk Meadow Country Club, which is a fantastic success this year. It was really great last week. Most especially, however, the Friends of the Simsbury Public Library provide weekly delivery of library materials to the homebound of the community through their Books to Your Door program. The Simsbury Public Library is a valuable asset to the town, made that much more spectacular thanks to the dedication and overwhelming work and support of the Friends of the Simsbury Public Library. The Friends of the Public Library is a group truly deserving of this Hometown Hero Award, and I'm actually honored to be a member of your group. You guys do such wonderful work, so thank you very much.
You have to come to our book sale, okay? September 30th, October 1st. That's how we raise money. It's all about the library.
All right. I'm a little taller than Heather. All right. I'm Sean Escom, and I'm very honored today to be able to present Dennis Michaud with our Hometown Hero Award. Dennis has been assisting in maintaining our local Palmetto Dog Park for many, many years. Volunteered countless hours down there to make sure that we have a really top experience, which I think many of us that have dogs here have enjoyed over a long period of time. My good friend Nikki Perry nominated Dennis, and she certainly can speak to him being a valuable member, volunteering not only his time but his resources, and spending countless hours down there making sure that it's really a top experience. And Dennis, sadly, I hear that you're moving out of town, but we at least that's what Nikki's nomination said. But once again, thank you for your hard work, and come on up and collect your Hometown Hero Award. Thank you for your work.
Okay, so I'm here to speak about hometown hero Brad Griswold, who's not here today, but Jill Nolson, who submitted the application, is here today. One thing I wanted to mention was the mission of the Simsbury Airport, and it's to preserve a vibrant aviation community in a friendly hometown atmosphere and to foster the future generation of aviators. Brad is the longtime president of the Simsbury Airport Board, whose members are 100% volunteers for this nonprofit. It's the name of the 501c3 is Simsbury Airport Association. All of the funds for this airport comes from many fundraising efforts managed by this board, and consideration is given to prospective subletters, events, and particularly the fly-in, which is held every September, and it brings about 10,000 people, 75 aircraft, and over 400 classic cars and 20 food trucks to Simsbury. While Brad is very busy, maybe that's where he is today, traveling with his ESPN career, he is also the first line of contact for the airport, the person who tirelessly deals with all of the operators on the field, hangar owners, visiting aircraft, the local flight school, the local maintenance shop, and putting together the annual fly-in. His role is a 24/7 proposition, and he does it well and selflessly and continually. Brad has been said to have excellent rapport with everyone, from youth interested in learning to fly to the EMS staff who serve the airport. I live up there, and I have 3 pilots on my street. 2 of them have planes over at the airport. So there's a lot of airport talk, plane talk up there, and a lot of planes flying over my house. Couple things I wanted to mention is that I've dealt with Brad on a couple occasions. One was, I'm sure bringing this up, the chief will love this, is when the plane crashed over at the community farm. Brad was right on it and provided a lot of information to all of us so that we knew what the role was of the airport. And then there was another time where a resident had sent us some concerns about the paragliding school that was there and the noise associated with it. And again, Brad responded to us and to them in a way that made them very fine with what was going on. So we are incredibly fortunate to have this kind volunteer at the head of the airport organization. So Jill, if you want to come up and take this for Brad, that would be great. Whoops. Okay. So to close, I want to thank all of you for coming tonight. It's been an honor to act as MC and to introduce our guests and friends and relatives. We have some refreshments over here, so please come on over for some cake and lemonade. And if you want to take pictures, photo ops, feel free to do that. We have a meeting at 6 o'clock, which you're all more than welcome to come and join tonight. It's very fascinating. Thank you again for coming.
Funding for Simsbury Community Television is provided in part by contributions from viewers like you. Thank you.